Imagine this. You're driving and someone says, back up. So you reverse the car. Makes sense, right? But then someone else says, back up your files. And now you're saving data. Are you still with me? Then your friend asks you to back up their story. And suddenly you're a witness in an argument. What's going on here? English, my friends, is a beautiful mess. One little phrasal verb, back up, can mean moving your car, saving your computer, helping a friend, or even causing a traffic jam. And I haven't even scratched the surface here. In this video, I'm diving into the wonderfully strange world of English, phrasal verbs. You'll see why non native speakers pull their hair out, and why even native speakers can't stop laughing. Let's explore how one phrase can have so many meanings, and why English is as confusing as it is fascinating. Buckle up, or should I say, back up. Let's go. I'm Grant, and I'm an executive business English coach. My mission is to help millions of people change their lives by becoming confident using English. I found through coaching my private clients that one of the most difficult parts of using English is feeling confident using phrasal verbs. It's incredibly difficult because English phrasal verbs, they're those quirky, multitasking superheroes of our English language, doing so many jobs with just two little words. And today, I want to show you how one phrasal verb, back up, can mean 11 completely different things. Yes, 11. From driving to defending, from files to friendships. Back up does it all and more. And if you want to explore the many meanings of backup, stick around. I'll break them all down for you right here. Let's begin with back up. Means to reverse a vehicle. Here are some example sentences. The delivery driver had to back up the truck to reach the loading dock. When parking, it's important to carefully back up to avoid hitting anything. Now, reversing a vehicle is one thing, but what about when you need to back up? Let's talk about how back up means moving backward, not in a car, but as a person. Back up can mean to move backward. And here's some example sentences. When the presenter stepped too close, the audience instinctively backed up. During the fire drill, everyone backed up to allow emergency services to enter. Sometimes backing up isn't about stepping away, it's about stepping in. Let's talk about how back up can mean providing support. Back up often means to provide support. And here's some example sentences showing that. Can you back me up during the presentation in case I miss a key point? The assistant manager backed up the sales team by handling customer complaints. Backing people up is great, but in the digital world, backup has another critical role, saving your data. Let's explore that. In technology, backup means to save data. And here's some example sentences how it's used. Make sure to back up your files before updating the software. The IT department backed up the entire server before migration. Backing up your files is smart, but sometimes things back up in less pleasant ways, like traffic jams or delays. Let's look at this meaning. Backup can also mean to block or delay. For example, the accident on the highway backed up traffic for miles or kilometers. Orders started to back up during the holiday rush. Delays can be frustrating, but backup can also be positive, like when it's about providing evidence or proof. Let's dive into that. Backup can mean to prove a point. Here are some example sentences. The analyst backed up his predictions with detailed market research. Can you back up your claims with real data? Proof is important, but sometimes back up means stepping in when someone else can't. Let's look at how it works as a substitute. Backup often means to act as a substitute. Here are some example sentences. I am the backup presenter in case the lead speaker gets sick. The company has a backup supplier to avoid delays. Being a backup is helpful, but what about when you need to back up defensively? Let's explore that next. Backup can mean to react defensively. And here's some example sentences showing that. He backed up when she questioned his reasoning. The manager backed up defensively when asked about budget cuts. Feeling defensive is one thing, but backup also describes something much more literal, like clogged pipes. Let's talk about that. Backup can also mean to clog or block plumbing. And here's some example sentences talking about this. The sink backed up because of grease in the drain. A backed up toilet delayed the restaurant opening. Bad news. From plumbing to the playing field, backup also has an important role in sports. Let's see how it's used defensively. In sports, backup can mean to provide defensive support. And here's some example sentences. The goalie backed up the defense during the penalty shot. The outfielder backed up the first baseman on the play. And finally, backup can mean revisiting something from earlier. Let's talk about that. So, backup can mean to return to a previous point. And here are some example sentences showing that. Can we back up to the part where you mentioned the budget? Let's back up and review the earlier sections before moving forward. There you have it. 11 completely different meanings of back up. English is crazy, isn't it? What's your favorite meaning of back up? If you put it in the comments below, I'd love to see how you might be able to use back up as you move forward in your English journey. I'll talk to you very soon. Please like this video, subscribe to the channel, share your comments, and I also invite you to learn your Business English Confidence Score. You'll find the link in the description below this video.